Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time here, then hi, my name is Becca. I've received a few different requests from you guys over the years to review Ulta's 21 Days of Beauty, and I've actually never done an Ulta 21 Days of Beauty video. So I thought we would do that today. There are so many products that are covered within the 21 Days of Beauty on each day. There are like 7 or 8 different deals. So I'm only going to talk about the ones that I've tried that I can fully say with confidence are worth it. And this is just gonna be a chatty video. I will try to include product application videos or swatches where I can, just so this is as helpful for you as possible. So let's get into it, starting with Friday, March 7th. Olaplex Bond Intense Moisture Hair Mask. I do really like that one, and obviously at a 50% steal. Not a must-have, but a nice to have. I do like the Tula moisturizers, and I'm actually personally curious about the Anastasia Beauty Balm, their skin tint in a stick. I don't need it, but I am curious about it. Moving on to Saturday, March 8th. Wow, Too Faced Born This Way concealer. Haven't used that in like 8 years, but I did used to like it. Urban Decay setting spray is one that I reach for all the time. I also love Fenty Beauty's Gloss Bomb Cream, not the heat. The heat is way too spicy for me. I'm not someone who likes a lip plumper. If you like that, then you'll love the Fenty Beauty heat, but it's just not for me. The IT Cosmetics brushes for Ulta I think are actually really underrated. Before I started creating content, I actually bought some of these back in the day, like years ago, and they're still in my collection. I still reach for them. IT Cosmetics brushes in general are great. All of their foundation brushes are really good. Sunday, March 9th has some of my favorites too. The Live Tinted Hue Guard Skin Tint with SPF 50 was one of my favorite discoveries last year. I think it was in my best of beauty. I have 8 and 9. 9's a little bit more neutral, but it's a really beautiful, like light to medium coverage skin tint. It's mineral SPF. It's great for sensitive skin. It's not gonna be like your foundation makeup-y look. It's more for a no makeup day, but it has more coverage than you might expect. And I also find it to be pretty blurring. Sniff Cocoa Shimmy perfume. I loved, and I wore it a lot last summer. I'm excited to bring it out again this summer. I feel like this is the perfect time to buy it going into warmer summer months. I feel like Sniff perfume is really underrated. They're already so affordable, so this is a great deal on it. And Cocoa Shimmy is kind of like that sunscreen coconut beachy sort of scent. It's very nostalgic. There's something kind of like Banana Boat about it, but a little bit more elevated. It's just one that makes me happy. It's like a great beachy poolside kind of perfume. Half Magic Sparkle Sticks are also very cute if you like a eye stick sort of formula. CosRX Snail Mucin is obviously such a classic. To be honest, I haven't used it in years, like 5 years, but people still love it, and with good reason. It was a product I used to repurchase over and over and over. Moving on to Monday, March 10th. Scene Hair Care, I actually did have a chance to try. I don't think I ever got to review them on YouTube. I feel like there's a really specific demographic for this, and it's people who have sensitive skin and can't deal with fragrance in hair care. I feel like there's so little fragrance-free hair care out there, and if you have psoriasis or scalp issues, Scene is a really lovely brand that has really high-performing hair care that's also fragrance-free. For Tuesday, March 11th, the About Face Matte Fluid Eye Paint is such a classic product for me. It's actually probably my favorite of that category of matte liquid eyeshadows. They are super long lasting. They're very smoothing on the eyes. There are 31 different shades. There are neutrals, there are bright colors. My most used neutral is the shade Capulets. That's a really beautiful, like soft brown, very neutral shade. It makes a great base for an eye look. And my favorite bright is probably Vertigo Flowers. It's a really bright green. You've seen me wear it a few different times. I have pictures of me wearing it on Instagram. And if you love a true blue, they have a shade called Blue Monday. It's like a bright blue that makes me so happy. And these, once they set down, are truly budge proof. They last all day long. I think they're actually my favorite product from About Face. Fresh Lotus Youth Preserve Moisturizer is really lovely. My mom also loves it, and Fresh is a very high-end brand, so getting that bargain is nice, I will say that. I love Kiehl's Creme Decor everything, including their whipped body butter. There is something really satisfying about just having a big tub of creme decor. And then for Wednesday, March 12th, I really like the Peach and Lily Wild Dew Treatment Essence. On Thursday, March 13th, the REM Beauty Glossy Balm is on sale, and also their lip liners, which I haven't tried, but I really like their Glossy Balm. I feel like the shade Cosmo is a really great like light milky pink. I actually just recently talked about it. The color Cherry Cola has also been living in my handbag. It is what it says. It's like a warm brownie cherry shade and it's super flattering. It's not too deep, but it gives you that kiss of like rusty, warm cherry, and it's really, really flattering. And then the Rabanne eyeshadow duos are on sale, and I do really love the shade All Lights on Me, which is a duo that has an eye balm and then like a glossy sheer topper. I feel like the sale is actually a good time to get these because I really like them, but they're a little bit hard for me to recommend at full price, but at 50% off, I can recommend them. There are also a couple of other shades that I'm curious to try. For example, the Duo Macaron, which has this like bright spring green and then like a champagne. And then there's a silver and gold duo called Iconique that I'm curious about. And then of course the Unite 7 Seconds Leave-In Detangler is one of my all-time favorites. You see it in almost all of my empties videos, including my most recent one. It's the best detangler, hands down. And it's a great leave-in hydrating spray. I just use it all the time, even when I'm trying other products, because I'm that attached to it. And I think the detangling quality is that good for all different hair types. And then finally, the Tiggy Bedhead Hair Wax Stick. It will give you like seriously glued down hair. If you have little flyaways and if you're doing a slick back bun, it will absolutely glue that down. The only thing is you have to wash it out at the end of the day because you can't sleep in it. It stays sticky almost. So it's sort of what I wear when I'm on my last day before a hair wash or like on hair wash day, or if I'm going to an event or something and I need every single hair in place, that's when I turn to this one. On Friday, March 14th, we have the Lancome Lash Idole mascara, which is my favorite of their mascaras. I find it to be super separating. It's really buildable. It gives you like a fluttery lash, but if you want more volume, you can definitely build more volume with it. And it also comes in a brown, which is really nice for like a softer everyday look. The Lola V Exfoliate and Detox Scalp Shampoo is really lovely, especially if you have a lot of product buildup in your hair. Sometimes I need to do a double shampoo or a double cleanse, so I'll reach for something like this before I go in with a shampoo. So I really like that one. Kiehl's Ultra Facial Cream, a classic if you are someone that uses it a lot. And I actually have a lot of friends whose partners, male partners, use it a lot because it's such a neutral, easy to use cream. The refills are also on sale, which is great. Love that. On Saturday, March 15th, Dermalogica has their daily Milk Foliant Exfoliator. So if you've ever tried this product, it's like a powder cleanser. So you pour out a little bit and then you add a little water and it turns into like a creamy lather. This version is really nice because it's an even creamier version than their daily Microfoliant, which is a little bit more exfoliating. I really like this version, especially if you are a little bit more sensitive. Sunday, March 16th, it's like the first day where I would say you maybe don't need anything. Monday, March 17th, I really like the Live Tinted Hue Color Corrector. You can actually use that as a color corrector or as like a cream blush or even as lipstick. And I do like my Nude Sticks blushes. Tuesday, March 18th, Briogio's Scalp Revival Scrub Shampoo is an all-time favorite. It is like a scrubby, it has scrubby bits in it and it has that charcoal, so it's going to have that gray color. And you need to take a little bit of time to work it into the hair, but it's not a gritty scrub. It has very, very fine particles and a little bit of peppermint in there, and it's so cooling on the scalp. And it gives you a really thorough cleanse without drying out your hair. I feel like a lot of scalp scrubs are so abrasive or a little bit intense and leave your hair feeling stripped. This one actually works into a lather and works double duty as a shampoo as well. I've emptied and repurchased it so many times. And I also like the Tula Lip Care, their Rose Glow Peptide Lip Treatment. It's a little bit of like the Dior Lip Glow, like slightly pH color changing, but not really intense. It just gives you a really beautiful, like natural flush on the lips. Jane Iredale's eyeshadow sticks are also included. Those are really beautiful. They have a lot of really sophisticated shades. They have neutrals, they have some earthy colors, some shimmers, and they last a really long time as well. For Wednesday, March 19th, They have the Beekman 1802 serums. The one I really like is their collagen booster serum. I haven't tried their other two, but this one has peptides and it really has this beautiful slip to it. It's really hydrating. For Thursday, March 20th, the one I would go for would probably be the Living Proof Style Lab Flex hairspray. That's a really nice one because it leaves your hair feeling touchable and not crunchy. And you guys know I'm a Living Proof gal. I think their products are so great. For Friday, March 21st, the only one I would really recommend is the Murad Retinol Resculpt Overnight Treatment. That's a great retinol formula. On Saturday, March 22nd, Charlotte Tilbury's travel size airbrush flawless setting spray is on sale. I would honestly grab a couple of them because this is my favorite setting spray and I love that they come in a travel size. I carry one with me in my makeup bag at all times. You guys know I also love the M Cosmetics one, but that one's huge and it doesn't come in a travel size. For Sunday, March 23rd, there are a couple of products that I like. They're again the kinds of products that at full price are pretty pricey, but at 50% off are kind of a different thing. For example, Sunday Riley's Pink Drink Essence and their Ice Ceramide Moisturizing Cream are both really lovely. The Pink Drink Essence I think has niacinamide, but it's not like an active essence, and you guys know I love a ceramide cream. And at 50% off, it's kind of a different thing than at full price because Sunday Riley is a very prestige brand. For Monday, March 24th, the Alterna shampoo and conditioner jumbos I think are a really good deal at 50% off. I think any of the hair care jumbos at 50% off of any of the brands that you like are a really good deal at Ulta. The Caviar line is really hydrating. It makes my hair look really shiny, feel really soft. I really love that line. I've actually purchased this exact deal before. I'm gonna skip March 25th, go on to Wednesday, March 26th, and I'm gonna go to the Living Proof Triple Bond Complex Leave-In Treatment. I really loved this product. I actually kind of miss having it in my routine. This is a bonding product, so it's kind of like the ingredient that's in Olaplex or K18. The nice thing about this is it's a leave-in cream, whereas with Olaplex and K18, you have to do it before you shower or while you're showering and wash it out as a mask, and I always forget to use them. So this is great because it's a literal hair cream that you can use through the ends of the hair and get that bonding treatment and just leave it in. It's great. I really, really like it. Thursday, March 27th is also the last day, and they have this deal on the Matrix Food for Soft line, which I love. I especially love their gigantic tub of their Food for Soft Rich Hydrating Treatment Mask. It is so delicious, so rich. It smells fruity and delicious, and I actually really miss having it in my routines. Kate Somerville's Eradicate Daily Foaming Cleanser is a great cleanser if you are acne prone or dealing with breakouts. It's not one I reach for a lot now, but I've learned a lot about Kate Somerville over the years, and it's one I've reached for a lot more when I was more acne prone. And it's a nice way to get that exfoliation without the harshness of a leave-on treatment. And then I'm gonna close out with the weekly beauty steals. So for March 7th through 13th, I really love the Bare Minerals Gen Nude Bronzers. My favorite shades are Kiss of Pink and Kiss of Rose. To me, these are more just like luminous blushes, but they are really beautiful. They're super refined on the skin. So even though they have that pearl running through them, they give you a really like blurred, diffused look. They don't emphasize texture. They don't emphasize pores. It's not like the glitter like sinks into your pores or anything. It gives you a really smooth, refined blush. That's probably my #1 pick of that week. For March 14th through 20th, of course, there's Benetint. Everyone loves Benetint. I honestly used to use it all the time back in the day, like in college. I don't really reach for it much anymore, but I know a lot of you guys love it. The Sashu Peel Off Liner Stain Bundle, I think is a good one. I actually have it sitting in front of me right now, and I've been reaching for it a lot. There is a learning curve with this kind of lip stain where you peel it off. I think it takes a couple of uses to figure out how to use it, but there's definitely been a time and place for it in my routines when I'm having a long wear makeup day. If I'm going to events, if I'm going out to dinner and I'm gonna be eating a lot, I do find that it has a really unique place in my lip liner wardrobe. And then I have the Lancome UV Expert Defense SPF 50 Primer and Moisturizer. This is one I don't think I've ever talked about on my channel, but I like it a lot. It's a really lovely moisturizing SPF. It's very high end, which is why I don't recommend it a lot, but at 50% off, it's a totally different thing, and it is is a really lovely product. Actually, both me and my mom really like it. Finally, for the week of March 21st to 27th, I really like the IT Cosmetics Cream Blush. I like it even better at this deal, as well as their Serum Lip Gloss. Again, these are products that I don't think are like breaking the mold of a cream blush or a lip serum gloss, but I do really like the shades. For the blush, I like the shade Sunlit. A lot of these shades run a little bit warm and they're meant to give you that like bronzer sun-kissed look. And then for the gloss, I really like the shade Self-Determined for like a berry kind of gloss. You guys know that a lip shade I've been reaching for a lot these days. So I know that was a lot. We just talked about a ton of product, but I really just wanted to highlight the products that I reach for a lot. There are plenty of other amazing products in here, but these are just the ones that I happen to be a little bit partial toward for whatever reason. So I hope this was helpful for you. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. Of course, everything will be linked below, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.